Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Glossy Philosophy. My name is Jansen Binman and today you are tuned in for a makeup look that I have been wearing non-stop when I'm not wearing a red lip. This is the makeup look that I'm wearing and it seems to go with so many things for winter in your winter wardrobe. So stay tuned. I have just prepped my face with skincare and now we are ready to get started with the tutorial. Before we do though, I just want to mention a few things, which is if you get dressed before you put on your makeup in the morning, it's really important to pay attention to tones, and you can pull the colors that are in your blouse or your shirt or your dress or whatever you're wearing into your makeup. So that's kind of what we're doing today. We are doing a very neutral look, a look that you can just throw on very quickly, but we're also pulling some tones that are in the shirt with Rose Official from Lisa Eldridge, and it's just a little bit more pinky browns because of the raspberry colors that are in the blouse. So let's get started. I'm going to start with Soft Ochre Paint Pot from MAC, and I'm going to go from my lash line all the way up to my brow. Again, I'm not putting the paint pot in my brow because that can create an unwanted kind of substance in there, and because I'm using powder, if there is an unwanted substance, then the powder might not stick. So just really lightly with my ring finger, because remember our ring finger is our most gentle finger, and especially if you play piano or an instrument where all of your fingers are supposed to be the same density, the same strength, you want to be really careful that you're not over pushing. And then I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown Corrector in Bisque. Again with my ring finger, I'm not wiping off any of the paint pot because most of it got on my skin already. And again, I'm just lightly patting the skin underneath my eye, paying attention to this inner corner, but not going so crazy that it creates a peach kind of haze. And if it does, then just make sure you get that off of your nose. Again, going in with the Bisque Corrector. I have a vein right here that likes to show itself, and I always have to go in with a little extra corrector and sometimes even a little extra concealer as well. Alright, so we've canceled out any discoloration that's going on underneath the eyes. Now we're going to go in with a new pencil that I have. I finished my Bobbi Brown one, so now we're going in with the Rockin' Kohl pencil in Bedroom Black by Charlotte Tilbury. I've used this so many times. I kind of like to switch it up after I finish a product, and this one is amazing. I might even like it better than the Bobbi Brown one. It's a little bit softer, which is nice, especially if you're tight lining or working in that general eye area. It was created to go on top of the lid, but you can totally do the tight lining technique as well. Okay, now we are ready to go in with concealer. So just with my normal color, Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer in number 4. And I'm not, this is a look that's supposed to be kind of easy breezy winter makeup. So I'm not really I'm not spending a ton of time on like precise placement because I'm not getting ready for a magazine shoot. I'm not getting ready for a book cover or anything like that. This is like the look that I've been wearing when I don't want to wear a red lip, or when I'm like got my kids around me and we're singing Christmas carols and everyone's hands are in the drawer and I'm just desperately trying to get ready as quickly as I can while also singing at the top of my lungs. So this is kind of like a very quick how to get your makeup on. Every once in a while, I like to shake up my foundation because the pigments do tend to settle on the bottom, and you want to make sure that they are evenly dispersed throughout the bottle. Just every once in a while, maybe like once a week. Again, just dotting and then bouncing that brush and then blending out. Working quickly around the face because, oh, somebody just ran off with your eyeshadow or somebody's crying, or, you know, all the things that happen in the morning. Somebody doesn't like the song. We need a different one. Somebody wants the same song. You know, the beautiful chaos of morning with kiddos. So you're just quickly blending out your foundation. If your foundation doesn't melt into your skin and look like your skin, then you're wearing the wrong shade. If you feel like you have to blend it into your actual hair, it's too dark or it's too light. I do like to blend down any excess down onto my neck because my neck is a little bit lighter, and usually necks are lighter because if you think about it, your bone structure, your chin basically blocks this whole part of you when the sun is hitting your face. So this part is always going to be a little bit lighter. So you want to warm it up with foundation and with a little bit of bronzer. So now we're going to go in with our eyeshadow, which is going to be the Giorgio Armani Cool Copper. Soft ochre has had a chance to sink in and dry a little bit. So just with the doe foot applicator, I'm taking that from the lash line all the way up to my crease. Your crease is basically where your eyeball ends, and you have a little bit of a pocket. Most people have a pocket. Most people aren't totally flat on their lid area. This is still one of my favorite liquid eyeshadow formulas. It's just so smooth, and I love the applicator because I'm already using my ring finger quite a lot in my makeup application. Sometimes I don't want to go in again with my finger and put on a cream shadow. All right, I'm going to let that dry for a little bit, and I'm going to go in with my powder. A few tutorials ago, I kind of talked about putting on your makeup is like baking or cooking. You have to figure out like what needs time to set before you can move on. And not all products are the same. So you'll quickly figure out which of your products need to sit on the skin a little bit longer and which you can just go, go, go. I find that a lot of the time with liquid shadows, they need just a little bit of drying down time. Otherwise, when you go in with your shadows, your other shadows, it's just going to disturb them. And then you're kind of having to do the same thing over again. So adding a little bit of highlight. This is like my special treat to myself. If I have a chance to put on my highlighter, even if it's just really quick, it just feels a little bit more polished, a little bit more glowy. I just feel good, like complete. It's like painting my nails. I don't get my nails done, I paint them myself. And if I don't have my nails painted, something like life is too crazy, basically. Now if you see me without my nails painted, you'll know, ooh, life is a little too crazy for her. And I'm going to go in with my brows, usual colors, Sandstone and Brun. These are the eyeshadows that we are using. You can see only 4, so super, super fast and easy look. I'm dipping into Sandstone, I'm dipping into Brun, and I don't, on a regular basis, like really fiddle with my brows that much. I'm just, you know, how they are during the makeup application is what we're working with. So I'm finding any empty patches where the hair is starting to go away. I am 36, I'm turning 37 in a few months, and I can tell that my brows are already thinning out. And that is a totally natural thing that happens to women. So we're being really gentle with the brow hair. Brows are so important. They give you expression. They really frame your face. And my brow hair is a little bit darker because naturally I'm like a maybe, let's see, maybe a 6 in hair color world. Kind of a mousy, a little bit darker than a mousy brown, I would say. All right, so we've defined the face with our eyebrows, and now we're gonna go in with some bronzer and just kind of warm up our complexion. Doing that contour bronze using my BK Beauty bronzer brush. Again, this is just fast, fast, fast. Somebody wants to feed the fish, just give me 5 more minutes, kind of a thing. True life. Maybe you'll have time to brush your hair, maybe you won't, no big deal. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the BK Beauty 201, and we are going to be playing with Kid and Wedge. These are just my absolute favorite eyeshadows right now. They just seem to go with all of my winter wardrobe. So this is a really fluffy brush. I'm just gonna start on this outer corner just really lightly. Find that crease. And again, the BK Beauty brushes are so soft. Don't press too hard, especially with the 201. It wants to do the work for you. Don't make it harder on yourself. They did such a great job creating these brushes. It's like a tapered, fluffy brush. Just lightly get it in position, and then do your circle motions, do your windshield wiper motions, and it will do the work for you. I always like a little bit of extra definition, so that was just Kid. So now I'm going to go in with Wedge on my 217, and I'm going to focus on the outer third, because for my eye shape, that just works. It just opens up the eye a little bit more. I've already got my shimmer from my liquid eyeshadow, so you don't need to add that. Plus, I probably don't have time because we're getting close to drop-off time. That's the thing, you almost want to find like your 2 looks every month that are kind of your go-tos, that you don't have to think about. You just, like robot, you do it and you look awesome. Just a little bit of Wedge on that lower lash line. Okay, now we're going to go in with Chocolate Shimmer from Bobbi Brown. Again, I'm going to do that little circle, really coat my brush, make sure I'm not drying out the actual product. I'm going to give myself a little wing, following that lower lash line. Just a little kitten. Making sure I'm getting right up to that lash line, no gaps. If you've been to England, a lot of the time they say mind the gap when you're riding the subway station, so mind the gap. I like a gel for every day, especially in a dark brown, because it defines the eye, but it's not like, oh, putting on makeup today? However, Rose Official is our lipstick today. If you are wearing a red lip, something like Palazzo or Duchess from Lisa Eldridge, I would go a little darker on your liner, only because I feel like a red lip or a super, super saturated lip needs that black contrast, and then just go really minimal on your eye makeup, or if you don't want to go minimal, go really light on the lid and just like natural tones in your crease. Otherwise, it's going to be overloaded. It will either be overloaded or it won't balance quite right, especially on a fairer skin tone. Like, you just need that little extra black around the lash line if you're not going to do lashes when competing with a red lip. That's just my theory. Anyways, okay, so that's done. And before I do blush, I'm going to go in with my Dior primer and then Bobbi Brown Smokey Eye. So just getting right down to the roots. I'm pulling up as I'm kind of wiggling and coating all the lashes. And again, a primer when you're wearing a more saturated lip like Palazzo from Lisa Eldridge, like, I just feel like if you are of a certain age or you're getting to be to a certain age, it's really important to pump up that lash line, because who doesn't like a little bit of a red lip? At holiday time, it's been so fun. I've really been pushing myself. I'm not really a lip person, but this season I really find myself being drawn to Palazzo and red lip, and that's what I want to do. But you just have to balance your makeup in a different way. Now, I wear this look, like I said, all the time. If I'm not wearing Palazzo, this is the look that I'm wearing because it just goes with the rest of my wardrobe. And if I was doing this for the first time, I would have done my lips first. But I know that everything works, everything is cohesive, so I'm doing my eyes first. But if you're ever unsure, if you get a new lipstick and you're just unsure about what to do on the eyes, you want to basically do a Bobbi Brown face. So you do your complexion first, you do your brows, you do your bronzer, you do your blush, you do everything except for the eyes, you do your lips, and then you see what you need on the eyes, which is usually, if you're wearing a wham bam lip, not very much. Because if you go too heavy, then you start to look stagey. Okay, eyes are done. We're going to go in with powder and blush brush from MAC. I'm going to go in with Dainty because that is just such a good blush. I'm sorry it's so hard to find right now. If they've discontinued it, they need to bring it back because my blush is getting a little flat, I'm not going to lie. I'm getting a little nervous. What am I going to wear after Dainty? I like that it's not too shimmery. It's perfect. All right, Rose Official. And then, of course, I have to add a gloss, and this is Muse. Muse is like a browner version of Rose Official. Like your top teeth. Now you can smile at all the parents at drop-off or wherever you are going, and that is the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. This is my easy breezy makeup look when I don't have time to think about what coordinates with what color-wise with my outfit, or I just want something that I know is going to work, and it's just been kind of my workhorse makeup for this season. But you can wear it any season with pinks, roses. It looks really good with grays and blacks. Just anything kind of in that creamy, rosy area is going to work with your clothes. So thank you again for watching. I do fashion videos every Wednesday. I do makeup videos or beauty videos every Friday. There are blogs in between and lots of other social media things happening. So I will link everything below, and please hit that subscribe button, the thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye!